Hey everybody, Oko here, and welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. So we're starting off things here in Certus Caverns, and I got here the same way that I sort of just retraced my steps from the last episode to get here, and normally we went down, but I just wanted to come up to this little area. This is something that I forgot to do last time, to come up to this area, the very northern part, because there's a little like tunnel that comes down here towards another augural conveyor, which I didn't activate, but I should have before. But there, now we have a warp point into the Certus Caverns, right? All right, so the reason we were here in the Certus Caverns is because we were told by was she like a maid or something, or a housekeeper or something at the castle, told us to come and look for an Ergon Locus. So we're going to be heading down this way, and I've looked on a map. I believe it's right here in this little round area here, which is at E9. So I'm going to head just down that way, and I will meet you guys there. I'll put a party together too, just in case, and I'm going to just use some shrouds, just run down there. Okay, we're approaching the spot. We want to go west, so it's right up here. Oh, I better keep... Oh, I have to clear this, don't I? Darn it. Alright, let's clear this blockage, and then we'll be right back. This won't take long. Alright, so we broke through the barrier there. So, what's up ahead here? A little light room? Yep, we got a cutscene going here. Who's there? Oko. You scared me half to death. Are all adventurers silent like ghosts, or are you the only one with such a predilection? Shuffle, shuffle. What? What? Are you good at sneaking about? I don't know. What does it matter? Shuffle, shuffle. Those were strange options. What part of Arciela do you look at? Her glowing face, her buxom bosom, her sheathed hips. Let's just say face, to be polite. What's wrong? Is there something in my teeth? What part of Arciela do you look at? Let's try her buxom bosom. My eyes are up here. Pig. Sorry, her sheathed hips. That's probably what we were supposed to look at because of the weapon. I didn't think of that until now. What do you want with my sword? Is that the Founder King's sword? I forgot why we were here. You know of this blade's story? Then you've spent your time in Adeline doing more than just pioneering. Yes, it was once wielded by the Founder King, in a time long past that we now refer to as the Epoch. He is said to have carried it with him wherever he went. It's called Orthosign. You haven't come here to take it from me, have you? If so, you'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. Haha, it's a joke, Oko. I know you're not that kind of person. I can tell just by staring into those clear, dazzling eyes of yours. You think this sword is the key to meeting the Leafkin Queen? Are you sure? You seem serious about this. It would be an odd thing to lie about, anyway. But you know full well I cannot possibly just hand it over. In other words, I'll join you on your quest. We've met each other in the wilds before, Oko, so you know I'm not content watching from the sidelines. This Leafkin Queen, if the rumors about her existence are true, then she must reside in Yorsha Weld. If you look at your map of those caverns, the exit to Yorsha Weld lies at coordinates I-7. Come on, Oko. Our adventure starts here. Alright, this is a really cool room. So yeah, so that entrance to the Yorsha Weld she was talking about is the same one we took in the last episode, and we're very close to it. We just have to go sort of northeastern to this spot here. See how it kind of fades in? That's the tunnel that leads out to Yorsha Weld, so we'll just head that way. Looks like we might have to climb some cliffs, but that's no problem. We got our climbing ability. I wonder what happens when we click this little glowing spot here now, the Ergon Locus. This seems to be the site of the Ergon Locus, off called the Sanctum of Life. It is most likely worth surveying. Okay. So off we go. Let's head to that exit to Yorsha Weld. So I thought there'd be a vine here to climb, but it looks like it's a dead end actually. Oh, there's a job point. Where is it? Here, this pneumatic pool. What does that mean? There's nothing. Alright, so I have to go around the other way then. I'll have to go around this way. Darn it. That sucks. Okay, well, we'll just use some of these so it goes faster. Alright, so it should be straight up through here to get out of here. I'm not even going to fight that. Well, maybe I should. We could get an umbral ooze from it. Alright, sure. Yeah, so we're just about out of here. We just got to cross this water. Let's see, fingers crossed we get an umbral ooze. These things look a little bit like Donald Duck. With a shorter beak. Alright, so he's dead. Any second. There we go. And we got an umbral ooze. There we are. It was all worth it. Ah, but we're stuck in place. I'll just wait for this binding to wear off. Alright, so here we are at the Yorsha Weld. We're gonna get a cutscene. Even I've never seen out this far before. Look out! Let me down! Let go of... It's no use, Oko. I can't get out. Wait! We're not here to hurt you! Right, Oko? Oh! It's a good thing it was sheathed. Hey, ouch! Ugh! I think I sprained my ankle. Forgive our trepidation, young ones. The trees called out to me, saying that this sword was approaching. Orthosign. Her voice, it's implanting itself in my mind. Then you can hear it too, Oko? This is no ordinary leafkin. Do you think she... Welcome, children of Altana. You come to me like petals on the wind. I am Rosulashia, and I serve the leafkin as the great mother seed of the world tree. The leafkin queen, so the legends were true. You, young seedling, in what season did you come to possess this sword? The one he used when he fought by our side in time gone by. What name have they bestowed upon you? Your Highness, I am Arciela V. Adulin, younger sister of the head of the Order of Adulin. Then you are the fruit of this tree? I am the direct descendant of the founder king, if that is what you mean. My apologies, little Plumule. It has been so many years that I forget humanity does not bud like we do. This descendant, did you flower from his spore? Then the plants wish to inquire something of you, descendant, she who follows his path. Why do you seek only to harm the forests? Yggdrasil, the great world tree, has given her blessing to this land. Why must you take it away? Yggdrasil? Oko, have you ever heard of the world trees? The world has lots of trees. 2 world trees provide bounty and succor to all of Vanadil. One stands proud and majestic far across the seas in the land you call Razoa, supporting all the world with her roots. To think one really exists, and in Razoa, of all places. The second, born from a single branch taken from the first, and transplanted here in Yorsha by the founder king. The twin world trees is a story most every Adulinian hears when growing up. Queen Rosulacia, do you mean there is one here in Yorsha? The second world tree is our mother. We are the seeds and fruit of her love. We have inherited a portion of her supernal essence with which we serve the land. Her leaves bestowed upon us grace, her limbs courage, her trunk resilience. It is through her bark that we have sealed the darkness that once gripped the land far beneath this surface. But the world tree to the north is no more. Her child, our mother, clings to life, but has been stricken with a vile taint for many years. She's fallen ill? Not just any illness, dear bud. It is a corruption as black as demons. As twilight fades and dusk approaches, our kind, which require resplendent sunlight and pure water, find ourselves succumbing to the poison within the land. And as we suffer, so too does Mother. Yet humanity, you continue to pillage the forest and ravage her children, and your evils have only worsened with time. I don't... So I ask you, descendant, do you harm us any longer? Leave this place and never set foot upon this soil again. Ask about the recent changes. Seedling, your roots are not of this land. An adventurer from the Middle Lands. My words alone are but a whisper, yet to appreciate their gravity, you need a roar. Take a Yorsha's tear to the only pure spring left deep within this land. If, my sprouts, you are the true bearers of Orthersign, and within you lies his spirit, then Mother may deem you fit to receive salvation. Be aware, though, that you may suffer nothing but disappointment, just as we have suffered at your hands. I shall give you a hint on where to find this Yorsha's tear. Our brethren who bring life to the land had also inherited a portion of Mother's power. That is all the guidance I could provide you with. Seek them out. If you truly understand the beatings of the forest's heart, then you shall have no trouble at all. Alright, so we're going to be exploring, this is a terrible map, but yeah, this is a very easy place to get lost in. We had a lot of trouble when we were here before, but yeah, we do have these 3 warp points, so we can kind of move around a little bit, but what we're basically going to be doing is, I have a bunch of sickles, and we're going to be looking for harvesting points to try and find one of those Yorsha's, what is it? Yorsha's tear. But I'm going to be moving towards, like, there's like a little special area, sort of not far from where we are, right around here somewhere, where we can get one guaranteed by just clicking on one of those, what's it called? It's called a Ergon Locus. So let me just put a party together just in case, and I'll just hop on my mount and we'll just make our way that way, and if we come across any harvesting points on the way, we'll try them. Well, here's a harvesting point. There we are, we got it on our first try, the Yorsha's Tear. There it is. I just want to see, apparently that, I don't know, there was supposed to be something else up here. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. We got it. I'm happy. Alright, so now, where do we take it? Let me just see. Uh-oh. Twitherum. Okay, we want to go to G6 next, is where we're trying to get to. Oh, God, these maps. Let me just see it. Okay, so G6 is over here, and sort of in this area. Northwestern. So we're going to head that way. We're looking for a spring up that way. Okay, so I think we found the right area. I think it might be right up ahead here. We want to be at G6. And we're heading south. Oh, G8. Oh, we went the wrong way. Numbers get bigger when you go south. We want to go north. G6. Let me look at my map here. I'm kind of lost. Oh, I think I know what we do. Okay, I kind of see. There's another harvesting point. Oh, no, that's something different. Alright, here we go. Gotta be up here, I think. North to make it go 6, and then west to make it go to G. Alright, here we go, G6. So let's look around here, and we should be able to find a spring. Is it up here? No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Found it. I think this is it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's look around here a little bit. No, that don't... Ergon Locust. Oh, no. I want this. Okay, there we go. This is what we're looking for, yeah. This pellucid efflusion. So we'll click on this with the Yorsh's Tear. Key item that we're holding. And get another cutscene. So you managed to successfully find a Yorsh's Tear. Children of man, Mother has recognized you, and so too shall I. Place what you have found into the spring, and open your hearts and minds. This strange sensation, impressing itself upon my very thoughts. Can you see it, Oko? Images and energies floating within your mind. Can you... What you see before you is an image of the land far across the seas, the land you call Razoa. And what it looked like many, many years ago. This was Razoa? That rabbit's creepy looking. And also what the founder king took with him, a piece of the world tree. The twin world trees. Never before have I laid eyes on anything so grand and beautiful. This serenity was not to last. Tragedy soon came to Razoa. The orcs, they're burning the world tree. This must be the sordid invasion of the orcish horde into Razoa. Yes, descendant. On this day, the world tree in Razoa was burned into cinders, its grace lost forever. No, it can't be. Yet, the travesty continued. Mother was inexorably intertwined with her twin, and she began to warp and change. Unable to maintain the form and shape she once had. This is just too cruel. The world tree, the forest's all gone? When the world tree in Razoa was incinerated, Mother began to weaken. She took all the energy she had left to protect the land and stored it in her roots, which she sent out grasping throughout Olbuka. It is as you would expect. Her very roots support the weight of the world. The roots that dot all of Vanadil, they belong to her? When her power had waned to the point of being snuffed out, she used every last ounce inside her to bring budding new life into the land. To the northwest of here is a place known as Kamir. The land became deformed and rose ever higher, and is now covered in snow as bright white as the summer sun. Mother's suffering changed even the weather of Olbuka itself. The scenes that played out in your mind are what happened in Razoa and what happened here. And now, Mother lies on the brink of death with only the smallest fraction of energy left. And what then? What if she were to pass on? It would spell the end of us all. The grass, the trees, the birds, the beasts, they would all cease to exist. For you see, Olbuka is not a land conducive to sustaining life. The changes in the forest are a manifestation of that phenomenon. How can we save the world tree? We do not know, sapling. Our connection to Mother is starting to splinter. The only seedling with an answer would be none other than the king himself. Your king? But where could we find him? Where are you going? Answer me. Ask the king. Maybe she means our king. She left something behind. Alright, so we received Rosulatia's Pom. Yeah, okay, so I think that's everything that we have to do here in the Yorsha Weld for now. Yeah, so we're gonna head back to Adeline now. Alright, so here we are in Eastern Adeline, and we're looking for an individual named Oscairn. I'm not sure if we've talked to this person before or not. Here he is, right up ahead. He or she, not even sure about that. Looks like a guy. We got a cutscene loading. Gratzig says, "What do you want? My time is too precious to waste with a common whelp." Maester Gratzig, this man is an adventurer from the Middlelands, a pioneer. Yes, now that I look closer, I remember your face. It is because of fools like yourself that the sacred forests have been violated after centuries of peace. Bah! Mincing words with a barbaric outsider is a waste of time. I shall go myself. But, Maester, and I suppose you have a better idea for remedying this calamity? This is a matter of pride for both orders. Don't just stand there, follow me. You're a pioneer? Then you must be interested in what the whole mess is about. Well, obviously a fight has broken out in the middle of the city. Surely you're aware of the struggles between those in favor of colonization and those opposed. Some young upstart from the Order of Renee and a lunkhead from the Inventors Coalition have come to blows, and since neither is backing down, the situation is just getting worse. The two are strict adherents to their orders, so any fight between them is a fight between the orders themselves. I bet you're just itching to stick your nose where it doesn't belong. No skin off my back, but Gratzig has likely put everything to rest already. And by put to rest, I mean moved the squabble down to the Colosseum. Colosseum? How can you spend so much time in Adelan and be completely oblivious to the famed Water Garden Colosseum in Rala Waterways? It's a place where pride is won and lost. Since anyone can remember, the place has been used to settle disputes and feuds, sometimes even at the cost of precious lives. But it isn't a place for barbarism. Strict rules have been put in place to keep all fights fair. That has kept the deaths to the minimum. But that doesn't mean some people don't come out with their tails between their legs. But there's no point in heading down there. They don't just let any riffraff in to watch the fights. The Peacekeepers Coalition has better things to do than keep an eye on any fool who wants to watch blood be shed. So don't think for 1 second that the guards will let you pass its gates. Ugh, can't a guy go on 1 day without someone causing trouble? Alright, so the Rala Waterways is where we're going to be heading next, it sounds like. And we enter there in East Adelan from F7. So that's not far from where we are. Just take a look at this. Right, we're very close. In fact, we're even going the right direction. It's right up through here. I always seem to meet you in the strangest of places, Oko. Does this mean you also came here because you heard about the duel? The thing is, the guards aren't going to let you in unless you have express permission to enter. Wait, but why would you care about this duel in the first place? I can't imagine my brother's stake in this interests you at all. Could it be that you're concerned about the widening schism between supporters and detractors of the colonization initiative? What are we concerned about? Let's go with this schism. Oko, thank you for caring so much about Adelan, even though it isn't your homeland. Hey, why don't I bring you along as a guest? That way the guards can't raise any objections. That sounds good to me. Alright. So, is this a new area? This looks like... Oh yeah, it's just sort of a new area. I don't think we've really been around here. Wow, this place is cool. We're really gonna have to probably spend like a whole episode wandering around here. Oh, that's a dead end. Uh-oh. This is all a dead end. The guy we want to talk to a guy named Yega Dalashi, who's at M6. M? Wow. Well, we're close to there. Sluice Gate. Oh, there we go. I'm new here, folks. I'm just learning. Oh, there's monsters. Okay. Darn it. I thought that was a person. I couldn't see it very well. And then all of a sudden this monster attacks me. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'll have to put on some shrouds. Or bring a party together, or both. But we can handle one bat on our own. That's not a problem. Alright, here we go. One weapon skill ought to do it. No, it doesn't. These guys are tough. Alright, so basically, yeah, like I said, we're going to be heading to M6, which is not far from here. And we're looking for a guy named Yega Dalashi. So he's probably going to be on here somewhere, wide scan. Yep, there he is right there. Yep, so let's just go left after this, and then we're going to go south. Alright, so here we go. Here he is, right up ahead. Alright, so here's Yega Dalashi. No unauthorized persons are allowed in the Water Garden Coliseum. He's with me. I hope you aren't implying that I would bring someone of ill repute into the Coliseum. My deepest apologies, Princess. I was unaware that he was in your company. Please proceed. The duel should be starting any moment. Neither of you plan to back down, I assume? Why would I, when the Cretan's the one at fault? The only thing more ridiculous than that coat you call your fur is the way you twist facts regarding the colonization movement. How dare you spit in the face of the Alliance's decision? Hurrah! Try this on for size. Ah! Haha, this certainly is a heated battle. And now for the grand finale. As if I would fall for that twice. Do not underestimate the power latent in all runes. What seems to be the matter? Cat got your tongue? I'll kill you. If it's the last thing I do, you pointy-eared freak of nature. It would appear the Alexion has the upper hand, but only to the unobserving eye. Note that he failed to mitigate any damage from her fire spell. He's in just as much pain as her, if not more. Well now, it appears that the next blow shall be the deciding one. No, don't! Ha! My convictions shall never crumble! Taste the iron blade of justice, mongrel! Stop. Stop this very instant. Princess. Please do not interfere, Princess. This is a city-sanctioned trial by combat. That's just... I'm afraid he's right, Arciella. They both swore to bear no grudge against the other. Everything's official. But why? It shouldn't have to come to this. Because this traitor spews seditious drivel from his gigantic lips, that's why. Our ancestors lived by the law of the land. They listened to its breezes, read the flow of its waters, and trod lightly upon its grasses. And they listened to the Founder King when he forbade us from entering the jungle. Iki Eskimo recognizes the Founder King's word as the truth that it is. The Inventors Coalition, though, doesn't care as long as they can keep making their trinkets. All I hear is the mewling of a powerless kitten held by its scruff. Say that again and I'll rip your eyes out, maggot. I find it cute that you geomancers use this supposed voice of nature to rationalize your fear of entering a little forest. Once Amchuchu's revolutionary invention is built, you won't need to set foot in the forest, and our harvests will triple in size to boot. Justifying your violation of the ancient pact with a mechanical trifle. You disgust me. What disgusts me is your willingness to let the city's population starve. Even a simpleton like you knows full well that no airships can travel over the continent. There is only so much trade we can do via watercraft. Stop this at once. See, Arciella? A trial by combat is the only thing that'll stem the tide. Or would you rather everyone's emotions boil over into a civil war that splits the capital in two? No, I don't want that in the least. Mufei, Harja, Alaxian. Somewhere deep within your hearts, you two must know that this battle won't solve anything. Adelin's assembly is the only body that has any power to decide the fate of the colonization initiative. No matter which one of you emerges victorious, it will have no impact on the decision whatsoever. I beg of you, stand down. Princess, all I wanted was to protect the forest. That, and to honor the Founder King's last words. You've said it yourself, Arciella. We shouldn't do anything to destroy the continent. Of the 12 orders, 8 support the movement, while only 4 oppose it. That is an overwhelming majority in my book. Shut your trap. How do you explain the lack of Ignis's presence at the assembly meetings, then? He's the one who started it all, yet won't even show up to defend himself. Well, you see, the rumors are all over town. What rumors? That he's incurred the wrath of the forest and is afraid to leave his bedchamber. What brazen impudence! Have you forgotten the Grand Chancellor Ignis is a descendant of none other than the Founder King? The monarch who founded this nation, the warrior who boldly strode into these unforgiving wilds and built a country from nothing, and that self-same blood courses through Ignis's veins. I will not suffer the besmirching of a name as grand as his. You agree with me, Arciella, do you not? Princess? At least promise us he'll appear at the next assembly. That seems like a reasonable request to me, Princess. I don't know. The colonization movement has drawn its final breath. The end is nigh. I knew the rumors were true. Stay your tongue. That is mere palaver, and you know it. I'll try my best to get him to attend. More importantly, you two shouldn't be fighting each other. You're both citizens of Adelin for the goddess's sake. So please, let's just forgive and forget. Fine. I withdraw at Arciella's behest. What of the outcome? A duel such as this requires a victor, a champion. Let me rephrase that for you, traitor. I lose, you win. Rejoice at your well-earned victory. Very well. I declare Alaxian the winner. Remember that you two may not fight over this issue anymore. Yeah, I realize that. Arciella, do you have your word that Ignis will attend the next meeting? Yes, you do. Perfect. I'm sure Iki Eskimo will be delighted to hear this. Alright, fight's over. Everyone out. Alright, so we're going to wait a little while, and when we come back, we are going to meet at the Pioneers Coalition. We're going to talk to Level. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so here we are, back at the Pioneers Coalition. Let's talk to Level. Well, burn my brambles and call me a ghost town. If it ain't Oko. Did you hear about the official duel in the Rala waterways? You bet your britches. I saw it myself. Of course you did. Then I guess you done know the outcome already, eh? No matter the result. It's what they was fightin' about that really gets the blood boilin'. Ever since Grand Chancellor Ignis reinstated colonization, those in favor and those against be squaring off something fierce. At each other's throats like rabid lapinians, I say. This ain't the first incident, neither. With all the young'uns around here more ornery about this topic than a velk with a toothache, it ain't hard to see why tensions be a-flarin'. How can I find out more? Well, I ain't much of no reader, but if you're looking to turn a page or two about all the ill will between the two factions, the Selenia Memorial Library is a good place to start. There's one title in particular on the tip of my tongue, but that will remain a secret. But we know where we need to go now. Where was it? The Selenia Memorial Library. All right. Well, let's head on over there. Alright, so it's this round building here, I believe, is the library. We haven't entered here yet, so let's go in now and check it out. If we can. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, we gotta talk to this guy. I can't just walk in. You gotta talk to the guard. Apple Treple. The Selenial Memorial Library contains relics of knowledge from ages past, as well as the latest, illuminated publications. Would you care to enter this Vastaru vault of knowledge? Yes. Alright, so there we are. We're in the library now. Let's try and read a book here, I guess. I don't know. These volumes are tightly bound, preventing admittance to the stores of knowledge they contain. Alright. Let's try it. Institutions. There's a librarian here we could talk to, but I think I'll be able to find this. There we are. I think this is what we're looking for here. Books on history. This shelf is packed with tomes chronicling the historical events that took place within the sacred city of Adalin. Alright, let's start reading some of these, I suppose. In the year 880, the leader of the Order of Adalin, Ignis S. Adalin, declared the continent of Olbuka open to colonization. His fiat proved controversial, as the 12 orders quickly became divided over the issue. Leaders in support of colonization: Ignis S. Adalin, Melvian de Malacqua, Shiro Mashiro, Margaret Leilangavo, Flaviria, Reginald, Amchuchu. Leaders in opposition to colonization. The following page is creased in a particular manner. Hildebart, Gratzig, Svenja, Iki Eskimo. Alright, so let's try Craigie Communion. 100 years after the Great Expedition came to a close, Adelin's leaders were still plagued by the numerous burdens the era had left on their city. Faced with mass poverty and the eventual collapse of their nation, the king and the Elven Order representatives debated furiously for days on end on how to rectify their plight. It was only a matter of time before they would realize the only recourse left to them was to form an alliance. Thus, the long-standing dynasty erected by the founder king was torn down, and out of the political rubble came the sacred city of Adalin, established to both further the economic prospects of the nation as well as to quell the upstart rivals. This merger of the archipelago's various settlements signaled a new beginning for the continent. The Great Expedition's twilight years. In the year 673, the Great Expedition came to a close. The royal fiat banning colonization was promulgated, and work on the monstrous western wall of the city, termed Jorius Yet, came to a head. The denizens of this island capital had but one choice: huddle meekly behind the thick city walls, or face the untamed wilds of Albuca. Okay, so that we've read all of them. I think that's all we have to do. So, now that we've read up on our history, let's just head back. Here, let's just talk to the librarian quickly. See if there's any information we can learn here. Welcome to the Selenial Memorial Library, an archive of everything related to Adeline. Only those with the proper credentials are able to view the information and data collected by the Scouts Coalition. Yeah, so we'll probably be able to open up our knowledge a little bit and read more of those books in the future once we've increased our fame, or probably more likely done specific coalition assignments for this place, which I think is the Scouts. Well, it's next to the Scouts. I'll have to look into it. Anyway, let's head back to Level at the Pioneers Coalition. Alright, here we are, back at Western Adeline. Let's talk to Level. Aha, it's you, Oko. I never need to break out of the old lasso when you're around. You always seem to know exactly when I need to find you. We've heard a few whoops and hollers from concerned citizens about some young people skirting in and out of the waterways. It looks like they're up to no good, given all the whispering and mumbling they do. Now, I'd say these reports hold about as much water as an upside-down plate, and it seems the Peacekeepers Coalition is inclined to agree they won't have any of it. I know they seem insignificant, but we need to cover all corners of the corral, on the off chance they're true, especially given the history of the issue and that duel the other day. Could you do me a favor and mosey on down to the Rala Waterways to check things out? Nope, I don't mind. I'll do exactly that right now. Let's go to the Rala Waterways. I guess we'll go down this way, the southern way, right? Actually no, it looks like, it's a good thing I read. We want to go this way, the northern way. Up by the northern bridge. That's the entrance that we'll take. The faintest of voices echoes off the corridor walls. All hail the masterminds. The masterminds. Two voices chanted the same phrase in a slightly unsynchronized manner as they faded into the distance. Alright, well that gives us a little hint to what the passcode is. Alright, so we want to... I want to go to a sluice gate at C6. C6, so not far from where we are. Yikes, I forgot to bring my party forward. Well, we'll just have to kill us on our own. We'll kill a few monsters here and there just to sort of get a feel for the environment. Alright, so down here, there should be another sluice gate somewhere. Might be right here, looks like it. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not the right one. There's some jellies here. Flavescent slime and a Chalibius slime. Just get these guys out of the way now. C6. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think this is the right one. Alright, so we got rid of those guys. So let's just see if this is the right gate. Okay. There's some... What? I clicked on something on the other side. Oh, that's one of those spiders. No, we... Alright. This is weird. Hold on. Okay. I don't think this is the right place, then. So here's another little area. What's this? This looks like... Oh, an augural conveyor. Well, now we can warp here, I guess. I wasn't expecting that. I was actually looking for another sluice gate. I think I'm kind of lost, though. What's this? Question mark spot. Darn it. I'm lost. I was supposed to go to a sluice gate at C6, but I didn't see it. There was a sluice gate. Right, well, I'm a little bit lost. So... There is another person we can talk to, apparently, to get an optional cutscene. So I guess I'll go to that person. And that person's name is Wegelian in Eastern Adeline Scouts Coalition. So I'll meet you guys there. Yeah, this is the Scouts Coalition. So we're looking for Wegelian. There he is, back in the corner. Alright, so, what do you got to say to us? You overheard some crazy figures muttering furtively in the Rala waterlays? HG something I, you say. My guess is that they are the initials of the individuals who led orders in opposition to the colonization movement. So that would be... Wait, don't tell me. Hildebert, the Minister of Judication, Gratzig from the Peacekeepers Coalition, Svenja, the Minister of Public Affairs, and Iki Askamo, the Minister of Education. That actually makes a lot of sense. You are more than welcome. If you were missing Svenja, that means the whole thing is HGSI, according to my theory at least. If your theory's wrong, at least we'll know who to blame. How about you blame yourself for failing to come up with any of your own ideas? Alright, you got me. Let's just get back to work, okay? The mountain of paperwork we've got on our hands isn't going to disappear by itself. That is the first good point you have made all day. Alright, so there is a clue that basically tells us what the password is, but I still wasn't able to find that location. I don't know, maybe now that we've talked to him, Maybe that sluice gate will... I can do something with it, interact with it or something. I don't know. I'll check one more time. And I also want to see if I can warp there now that I got that thing. Is it here? So we can warp there now for 150 kinetic units. Yeah, so we're back here. I don't know, I don't get it. I feel like this is it, but nothing's happening. Confused. I'm confused. Okay, well, I don't know what to say. I'll have to just do a little more research. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, it might be there. Oh my god, I think I just saw where it was. There's another spot in C6. Yeah, okay, so right down here. Let's see if this goes anywhere. Is this a sluice gate? Oh, this must be it. Oh my god, I was in the wrong spot all along. So let's click this. Yeah, so we're loading a cutscene. For whom do we toil? Okay, so here we have to put the password in, which is HGSI, all capitals. Enter. I don't recall seeing your face here before. I suppose it's not unheard of to get new recruits. Get going or the council will begin without you. Take heed, brethren. We cannot afford to bide our time any longer. The colonization movement is gaining momentum at a frightening pace. Its supporters disguise it as the herald of agrarian prosperity. In reality, however, it's not but an excuse to justify the raping of the land. To wit, there was an incident a few days past where someone tried to burn the forest to ashes. Speak you the truth? She does. Our glorious leader witnessed it with his own eyes. He says that the Peacekeepers Coalition is currently on the case. These vermin are a disgrace to our continent. We cannot forgive their transgressions. And where there's one cockroach, thousands more spring from the woodwork. Obuka's jungle is vast, but it cannot last forever against the interminable infestation. They've already culled an irrecoverable amount of wildlife and uprooted most of the rare plants. And, to throw salt in the jungle's wounds, they've begun recruiting more pioneers from overseas. These adventurers have befouled not only the wilderness with their presence, but the sacred city of Adoulin as well. Ulbuka is our motherland. She deserves better than to be accosted by complete strangers. These so-called adventurers do seem a bit too proficient at pioneering. That is for certain. Ever since they arrived, they have more than doubled the pace of the colonization movement. Word has spread that these ruffians have even managed to infiltrate Yorsha Weld's deepest recesses. Recently, the Inventors and Pioneers coalitions have started working even more closely together. What's more, they've brought over some young prodigy from a foreign land who's overrunning the continent with inventions. They wave the banner of what they call progress, saying these inventions will increase crop yields. What kind of progress reduces our woodlands to wastelands? Their hypocrisy makes me want to hack a hairball at every last one of them. You there, what do you think? Do you truly think ravaging the forest will help feed Adoulin? It could increase crops threefold. Of course it won't help. I'm going to agree with them, so I fit in. You're damn right it won't. There's no possible way a plan that contradicts the Founder King's will would go smoothly. We must preserve the forests at all costs, for the sake of the continent and for the Founder King. I repeat, we have little time left. Arciella promised that her brother, Ignis, would make an appearance at the next assembly. Were that to happen, support for the colonization initiative would flourish. Indeed, we must act before Ignis and the pioneers can trample Ulbuka's wilderness underfoot. Arciella, however, often calls for the colonization movement to take on a more reserved form. She is sympathetic to our cause. That is why, though it may take time, I believe we can convince her to lead us into the new era. To make that easier, Ignis must be removed from his position as the head of Adoulin's most prominent order. For all eternity, we shall uphold the will of the Founder King and restore Adoulin to its former glory. Indeed, we strive during the dead of night. Give us your blood, your sweat, and your tears so that Adoulin may be reborn. And we get a note detailing seditious plans. Now we are going to head to the Adoulin Castle, and we are going to talk to the guy guarding it. His name was Plo Trishbach. Trishbach. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so here we are at the palace gates. We'll wait for him to pop into existence. I wonder if we can actually get past here. No, we can't. So, Plo Trishbach. Let's talk to him. Or her. What business have you at this hour? Ah, I knew I recognized you. You're Oko, the pioneer invited to the dinner here some time ago. Please pardon my temporary lapse in memory. Sadly, I am under strict orders not to let anyone into the castle this late at night. What? A plot by anti-colonization revolutionaries, you say? I'm afraid that isn't my jurisdiction. You'll have to inform the Peacekeepers Coalition, as they are much more prepared than I to deal with something of this scope. Come to think of it, I remember Greneth mentioning a problem with the kitchen. I hardly think that has anything to do with the conspiracy, though. What was it? Oh, just that they had to receive their weekly stock of ingredients from the Civic Arboretum. There's some more clues as to what we need to do. We are going to go back to the Rala Waterlays from Western Adoulin. And we're going to talk to Chalvava. Alright, so here's the entrance to the Rala Waterlays on the southern part of Western Adoulin. All the way down at the very bottom. Near the residential area. Okay, I think we talked to this guy before, so we'll look for Chalvava. He should be in this area. Make sure it isn't one of these guys. No. Alright, so... is he the one in the middle? I'm wondering. Chalvava. Welcome to the Arboretum of Weedham. It's so rare to see someone in this neck of the waterways. What brings you down here? We've talked to him before, I'm pretty sure. What's that? From the Middle Whittlelands, you say? And you want to help with the colonization effort, Aru. Thank you so much. What a kind heart, Aru, you have. What do we do here? We raise vegetables, that's what. Did you know that all the water here is pumped up from deep below the island's surface? Then it goes around and around and around, an intricate reticulation of tunnels. Maybe the tunnel's design would be more logical if they weren't built 200 years ago, but the geomancers back then did a good job with what they were given. Anyhow, we use some of the water and this spot-a-roo to grow our vegetables. To let you in on a little secret, Aru, the Alliance's more important person lends us his aid every so often. Exactly. None other than Ignis S. Adelin. He says that a place like this is indeed not only to provision the colonization movement, but to help make the city self-sufficient, Aru. Sadly, he's been feeling under the weather for a while. I can hardly remember Wember the last time I saw him. Lots of people criticize Ignis' decision to colonize Albuca, saying he's gone too far. Everyone here, though, stands tall and proud in support of him. Sorry, but it's not too appetizing, is it? The Inventoroo's coalition was nice enough to develop a water purification system for us. But even with that, it's still rather dirty-wordy. Plus, the lack of the light down here means the plants often don't get enough nutrient-roos. There's no denying that they fill your stomach to the brim, though. You won't find fresh produce at a cheaper price anywhere in Adelin, either. Ooh, over here. These Adelin tomatoes look positively scrumptious-wumptious. Incidentarily, let me tell you a little something about Arciella. You know her, right? By the way you talk, it sounds like you're bestaroo friends. How'd you get to be so close to her? Never mind. Well, Arciella trekked all around the jungle wungle just to pick up some tomato sproutings for us. They truly are amazing specimens, for I've never seen any plant more resistant to disease. I still remiss sometimes about the time I told her. It'd be my pleasure to give you the first harvest-a-roo. Why? Because her smile was positively angelic. I felt Aru as if I had gazed upon the countenance of the goddess herself. Aha, I do believe that inspiration was struck. If you're on such good terms with the Princess Wincess, why don't you take today's batch to her? Just tell her they're from Chalvava, and she's sure to accept Aru. You don't mind wine, do you? See? The amount of work I have left is absolutely staggering. While I would rather do it myself, I guess I'll have to let you steal the spotlight-a-roo. Deliver the goods. Cavalcate the premises? What does that mean? Cavalcate? I don't know what that means. I'm just going to deliver the goods for him, because I'm sure that's what we're supposed to do. You're an invaluable, valuable help. Yes. Oh. I'm not done with the cutscene yet. Here you go. Don't you dare drop these, or the ghosts of us crestfallen researchers will haunt you even into the afterlife. Alright, so we got a box of Adelin tomatoes. So let's go back to the gates of Adelin Castle and see if we can get through with this. Oh yeah, that's right. A Taro named Chalvava in this civic arboretum asked you to deliver the box of Adeline tomatoes to the castle? Sorry, but I'm still reluctant to let you in just because you know the name of the vegetable vendor we contracted. What's this I hear about Chalvava? Why, hello there, Oko. First, I'd like to apologize for not saying goodbye before leaving the Colosseum. I got lost in thought. Wait, those are Adeline tomatoes. So, Chalvava did remember our promise. I'm so happy. You came all the way here just to bring these to us? Well, then, would you mind carrying them to the kitchen for me? Princess, if I may. You have nothing to worry about. Oko is one of the most trustworthy people I know. It seems we're destined to meet in the most unconventional of circumstances. How's my brother feeling? He's not in danger of dying. You want to see him? I don't know. He's not really in any condition to hold an audience with anyone. I really appreciate the tomatoes, though. They sure do look delicious. That's not really why you're here. Then what are you here for? You hand Arciela the note detailing seditious plans. What? They said they're going to remove my brother from his seat for all eternity? No, they wouldn't. They couldn't. Did you hear that? I thought I heard a scream. Who were these? They appeared as if from the shadows, my lady. Tisk. And here I thought no one in Vanadil could disenchant our stealth incantations. No matter, though. Now that we've made it this far, you're not going to lay a finger on my brother. Heh. He doesn't even raise his voice in protest, let alone try to flee. Doesn't look as if a mere night's rest will cure what he has. Isn't that right, Princess? Our work here is done. After them! We retrieve a verdant clump of moss-covered dirt from the floor. This moss. I've only ever seen it grow in cool, sunless places. Could one of the assassins have tracked it in with them? If that's the case, then their bodies and what gets stuck to their shoes don't actually vanish. You just can't see them. That means that they probably came from somewhere that never gets touched by either heat or light. But where could that be? Mention what transpired in the waterways. You never cease to amaze me, Oko. Is there anything I want to know that you don't already? Wait, there's no time for idle banter. We should hurry if we want to catch them. Alright, so now we're going to head back to the Rala waterways. And we are going to, click on that sluice gate where we were before. Alright, so here we are back at the sluice gate. Looks like we don't have to put the password in this time. It appears to be an old sluice gate. It looks like an old sluice gate, but something different. If I recall correctly, the first ones were hand-operated. I bet we could get it to open if we had a waterway facility crank. I once heard that the researchers down here were tidy enough to put leftover parts in crates and boxes. If we're going to find that thing, it's probably going to be in a box. Alright, so let's start checking out some of the boxes around here. The location, the crates that we're looking for are right in this middle part here somewhere, I believe. This is where we're going to be heading. So I'm going to put together a little party. I should have picked up some more shrouds, because I think we're almost out, but that's okay. We'll just put together a party. And we'll just make our way there. I have at least a few silent oils that we could use. Alright, so here we are. We're approaching the area. I believe these are the crates that we're supposed to be looking for. So let's look for... Oh! Looks like it's right there. Storage container. Let's see what happens when we click here. There we are. The waterway facility crank. Okay, so now we're going to head to the sluice gate back at the entrance. Where we heard the, where we first put in the password. So just basically right back where we just were. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so here we are back at the beginning. The entrance, I should say. And this is the gate we want to check. Alright, let's see what happens. There's nothing ordinary here. Alright. Alright, that's what we want. Sluice gate. Not sure what that question mark spot was for, but we'll probably figure that out in the future. Well, 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 if it isn't Arciella. With Oko right on her heels. I thought Miss Dagger was better than to be followed by those from outside the profession. I know you're against the colonization movement, and I completely understand why you would be. Still, that's no reason to kill my brother. I think the will of the Founder King is more than enough reason. The Founder King would never condone the assassination of someone simple for expressing a different opinion from his. If you're so convinced of that, how about proving it on the battlefield? Yeah, so we're just going to click on this again, I guess, and then we're going to enter a battle. Yes, let's enter, and now we're going to be fighting those guys. Antiquated sluice gate. Let's click on this, and let's enter. I just wanted to see if we had a particular person in our party. Yes, here, Theodore. I'm going to bring Theodore in for this battle. Just because we had him in some cutscenes earlier and learn a little bit more about him. So I'll bring him in instead of Zaid. Okay, so for this battle, we're going to be fighting with Arciella. And we got to keep her alive. So we got to watch her hit points. But the first person we're going to want to go after here is the Keeper. Alright, so let's just see how we do here. Let's kill these four. And we'll watch Arciella's hit points. should be fine if she stays way over there. Let's do some buffs. Alright, there's another Savage Blade. I think we're doing alright here. We seem to have sort of been... We're sort of holding everyone's attention. Hit points get a little low here and there, but we seem to be able to bring them back up. Yeah, we'll just work on one at a time, and it should start to get easier as we take them out. So these guys should be easier, I think. Yikes. They're putting up a fight. This is a pretty challenging battle. Yeah, Theodore's not doing very well, I have to say. I'm not very impressed. Here we are. This might kill this guy. No. That was a 2000 TP weapon skill. Alright, but we did get one gone. Two to go. Miss Dagger. Well, we're fighting another Briar right now. Yikes! Our hit points are low. Yes, heal me. Maybe I should be doing... Well, I have Protect and Shell. Okay, we're alright. It just scared me a little bit. Alright, so there's another one gone. Now let's just work on this Miss Dagger. And RCL is out of the way. She's doing good. She's got full hit points. I don't think this guy's going to be running over to her, so I think we're good. So all we have to do is survive this. Ugh. Almost killed Exenmile there. If we can get another weapon skill, we should be able to kill him, but I think he's going to die before then. No. Yeah, we're good. There we go. We did it. I think. Yeah, that kind of scared me. It sounded like we died there, but... No, I think we won that. Mm-hmm. You have thoroughly and utterly bested me. Do what you see fit with my living corpse. I'm not at liberty to make that decision. Your fate will be decided in accordance with the law. More importantly, though, I shouldn't be wasting my time fighting another Adulinian in the first place. Oh? I can't hide the truth any longer. I need to think of something before word gets out. I'm going to need your help as well, Oko. Meet me in my brother's chambers as soon as you can. Alright, so RCL has asked us to meet her at the castle, so we'll just head straight there right now. I'll meet you guys there. The Chancellor is so stricken with illness that he can't rise from his bed. If he can't even attend assembly meetings, how is he supposed to lead the colonization movement? Would you care to expound upon these rumors, Arciela? If your brother has truly taken ill, let me have a look at him. I shall do everything in my power to see that he recovers. Mistress Svenja, this validates an argument all the more. This validates my argument all the more. We cannot have an invalid running our nation. Even when he made his presence felt daily, the nation was practically in shambles. I call for his immediate abdication. Let Arciela assume his position, and we can all Just a goddess-damn Minotaur. Why raise Arciella to Ignis's position? Because it seems like the most glaring obvious course of action. This is a government-aroo by the people, for the people. We didn't create this alliance so some living skeleton Welleton could bully us into doing what he wants. Besides, the Chancellor Wanceller will be better in no time, right? What in the wind-whipped woodlands was that eerie-weary sound? Don't try to tell me none of you heard it, either. Master Merchantaroo, Cheru Machero, can hear a single grain of bale drop from yelms away. No. Now he can't even speak. A mannequin-wannequin. Or is it a leafkin? No, a doll? Ignis? You're not telling us that this verdant-to-roo mass of twigs is Grand Chancellor Ignis? But he resembles a leafkin in every possible way. It's the curse. It's retribution for failing to heed the words of the Founder King. What a ghastly fate. Ignis, when did this all start? Right after he began recruiting adventurers from the Middlelands. He began complaining of constant fatigue and would sleep practically the whole day away. I was still able to exchange words with him the last time we met. However, I had no idea that to think the curse actually exists. Its existence is much more plausible than many are likely to think. There is an account of a haunting that dates back to the Great Expedition, a time when the Founder King's influence had just begun to wane. The ruler at the time claimed that the Founder King's ghost appeared in his bedchamber, warning that any attempt to enter the forest would bring with it grave consequences. Soon after that ominous apparition's visit, myriad disasters erupted throughout the capital. The coincidence was too horrifying to ignore. The people immediately called a halt to colonization, erected a new tomb for the first king beneath the city, and held a prolonged vigil to appease him. As a result, the ghosts stopped appearing, and the disasters abated. Some will likely claim that this is nothing but an old wives' tale, but I assure you it is not. This story can be corroborated by any number of scholarly chronicles. If it is indeed a curse, then perhaps we can lift it like any other. Has anyone tried casting Kursna upon him? If no one else has, please allow me to try. Svenja casts Kursna. It has absolutely no effect on Ignis. Unbelievable. This has got to be the single strongest curse I have ever encountered. I knew we should never have set foot in the hinterlands. To neglect the Founder King's wisdom is to seal our own doom. We have disfigured the forest. It is only natural that it seeks revenge. Are you saying that it's empirically impossible for us to coexist with the jungle? That the only thing we can do is mutilate each other beyond recognition? Your Rosalacea's poem begins to glow a light green. Can you hear me, Oko? A ghostly echo reverberates inside your head. My name is Ignis S. Adolin. I am brother to Arciella, who stands next to you. Oko? There is no time for beating around the bush, so to speak, so let me say this right now, Oko. Do not, under any circumstance, cease colonization. What's going on, Oko? What? A strange voice? No, I don't hear anything like that at all. Furthermore, much more important issues lie before us than the lifting of this curse. The voice is Ignis's? You remember what Rosalacia told us, don't you? Yes. What were they? Ask the king. Yes, that's it. You didn't have to add the funny accent, though. What if the king she was referring to isn't their ruler, but my brother, who's been transformed into a leafkin? Arciela, I am completely lost. What in the heavens have you been talking about? Oko says he can communicate with Ignis. So, Oko, what's my brother saying? Trouble yourself not with breaking the curse. Instead, adventure. Listen to what I have learned, as long as you can hear me. I have transmorgified into a piece of Yggdrasil, the world tree. Oko, Yggdrasil's power are dwindling even as we speak. A disturbance has appeared in the heart of Albuka. Darkness gushes forth as if from some forbidden spring. It is that very darkness which drains Yggdrasil's strength. And you will be the one to stop the cause of it, Oko. If you do not, and this harrowing force chokes Yggdrasil with his crepuscular grip, all life in Albuka will cease to exist as we know it. Of this I am certain. Oko, your face, it's so pale. What did my brother tell you? Oko, speak to me, Oko. You truly believe I will fall for this ruse? That seed will allow us to communicate with Ignis as much as holding a tea party for the Blackthorn Coven will assuage their undying rancor. It is only natural that some of us will harbor doubts about what he says. The only way to prove him right or wrong is to test it for ourselves. Oko, was it? Do you mind if I borrow that mystic plant of yours for a bit? We've been tricked! You can't hear Ignis's voice at all! I do find it odd that none of us were able to hear him. However, I also do not see any reason for him to lie to us. Since when did a pioneer need a reason? Oko, let me try. Arciela? I can hear something. It's definitely the voice of my brother. How hilarious, intriguing. Yes, I see. But why, brother? Arciela, what's your tinder-legged brother saying? The same thing as he told Oko. Trouble yourself not with breaking the curse. Why is it only these two can communicate with him? How utterly incomprehensible! This administration can't function properly without a leader. I agree wholeheartedly with you, Vortimir. We must prioritize removing the Chancellor's curse. That is what's best for the nation. But my brother explicitly told us not to. Listen, Arciela. You and that pioneer are the only two who claim they can hear him. We can't overlook the possibility that you two might be conspiring together. That's preposterous. I realize that it's unlikely, and maybe I should have chosen my words more carefully. However, I assume that most everyone here concurs with me. Returning Ignis to his original form is our first concern. I'm sure even you agree to some extent. I find it difficult to believe that you take issue with him being human. You don't wish for him to stay a pile of twigs for the rest of his life, do you? Well, no, but that is all I need to hear. I know exactly the person to solve this problem. All we need to do is summon her back from her expedition. Expedition? The Mercil? I really should do something about that loose tongue of mine, at any rate. This should prove to be an interesting turn of events. This meeting is adjourned. Let us convene again in a few days' time. Alright, and I think that's the last cutscene. Yeah, we're going to take a little break now. And we'll continue to work on our coalition assignments from the different places. And we'll see if we can collect a little more information. But when we come back, we'll continue this particular storyline that we're working on. We have a little time to hang around Adeline before we head to the castle. I'm going to do a few little quests just to sort of help bring my notoriety up around here. So the first person I want to look for in Western Adeline to start some different things to do is someone named Merlig. Alright, so right under here, let's talk to Merlig here, who's a little Gulka. You come here from a faraway land, right? Then you can be in our brigade. Yay! Look, you get a neat badge if you join. Oh, but this one's for leaders only. Yours won't be as neat. I know you want a badge. I can see it in your eyes. If you want to join, you'll need to show us that special pioneer power. If you're smart like me, you'll already know where to get it. I bet you don't, though. How about I give you a hint? Try real hard to remember what that guy said when you registered. Yeah, so let's head back to where we started at the Pioneers Coalition. This was something I tried to do earlier. We're trying to get like this sigil that's unique to Adeline. I couldn't quite figure out how to do it last time, but let's see if we can figure it out now. The person we're looking for is Florisette. Feel like we've talked to this person before. Well, let's just see. Yeah, we have talked to this person, but I couldn't figure out how to get this. Let's see, I don't know. I don't know how I screwed up. Let's just see what happens. When we talk to Florisette now. My name is Florisette, and it is my duty to make sure all pioneers are properly prepared to face the many terrifying dangers that wait in the wilds. May I inquire as to your needs? Would you cast Ionis on me? That's what we're looking for. So, she'll need 10 bail to do that. Okay, we'll do that. Cast away. Thank you for your 10 bail donation to the city, and now let us proceed with the casting. Alright, so there it is. We got a new little yellowy green sort of sigil, which is unique to Adonis. I should have gotten that the first episode we were here, but that's okay. We got it now. So, I guess that'll probably let us acquire crystals. And possibly conquest points for the area, which will probably bring our fame up. So I probably should have done that a long time ago. Anyway, let's head back. Oh, no, not with this. We're going to head back to Merlig. Alright, so now we'll talk to Merlig. I can feel a special power flowing from you. There's no mistaking it. You have Ionis on you. I guess you pass. Welcome to the fantastic Adeline Imperial Liberators. Here's your neat badge. That's not as neat as mine, like I promised. Alright, we got a fail badge. And a little bit of limit points bailed and an increase in our Adeline fame. The next place we want to go is... I think I'll head over to Eastern Adeline and do something there now. We'll go back and forth. I think this is faster. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think we actually want to be here first. Let me see. I-8 up there. No, there's some more of those crazy bots. Okay, I'm gonna go up here and head towards I-8. Might be this door here. Yes. Alright, so this is Svenja's Manor. My good lady, a word, if you please. Of course, how may I assist you? The weather has been pleasant these past few weeks, and my saffron blossoms have reached full bloom. I was hoping to give some to Mistress Svenja. How very thoughtful of you. Word of your beautiful flowers has reached us even here. Unfortunately, our mistress is currently out on an errand of some import, but I will make sure she receives them. Svenja's not here? Damn it. I was hoping to take a break from my patrol and shoot the breeze with her. No one knows more about what's going on in the city than she. Fastrin, you duty-shriken dimwit, wasting your time with this nonsense. The peacekeepers are the face of the city. The capital will have your hide if he gets wind of your shenanigans. And what about you, Fostag? I don't recall seeing the minister's residence on your route either. Well, I was just concerned for her well-being. If I don't worry about her, then who will? But if she's not here... Oh my, it is nothing so dire, I assure you. I will let her know of your concern at the earliest convenience. Back to work then. Forgive me, I did not notice you there. Have you come to see Mistress Svenja as well? I'm afraid that she is not here at present. She had a pressing matter to deal with at the Selenia Memorial Library. In fact, I am a bit surprised that she has not yet returned. If your task is urgent, I suggest you visit the library to discuss it with her there. The library is located right next to the Scouts Coalition in Eastern Adeline. If you hurry, you may still be able to catch her. Yes, that's what we need to do. Alright, so now we will head to Eastern Adeline. And head towards the Selenia Memorial Library. We've been there before, that's where we went to learn a little history. Alright, so it's the round building here. We're going to talk to the guy guarding the door, if I remember correctly. Apple Truple. No matter how many tomes we pore over, we cannot find a reliable remedy. This is unacceptable. Perhaps we underestimated the severity of the situation. But, Margaret, look, if we just had a henna bloom leaf, like it said in that tattered volume, you know as well as I that the process outlined there is overly simplified. We cannot merely waltz into Forêt de Hanatiel, pluck some herbs, and be done with it. And worse, that script is hundreds of years old. With Hanatiel succumbing to corruption of late, what proof do we have that the plant even still exists? You may be right, but still. Why, if it isn't Oko, has Adolin been treating you well of late? You came to pay your respects at my manor? You say there were others seeking my assistance, then I simply cannot dawdle here when I am needed elsewhere. Our previous meeting must not have been mere chance. Have you heard tales of the rare plant called a henna bloom leaf? Never heard of it. I expected as much, as even our most treasured tomes make scant mention of its existence. It is an herb of sorts said to have grown in Forêt de Hanatiel. My use of the past tense has likely not escaped your notice. The truth is, since the continent was sealed off centuries ago, our information about Ulbuka's flora has fallen wildly out of date. I came to the library this day to find a cure for an illness affecting a young lad here in our fair city, and my research has led me to this plant. Grinding a fistful of its roasted leaves and administering the resultant powder as a tonic will cure his ailment, or so the text says. Should you happen to stumble across so much as a seedling in the forest, would you do me the kindness of bringing it to my manor? The author described the leaves as being of a deep green hue, with grooved ridges that let rainwater slide right off. Should you succeed, you know where to find me. We need to head to the Flora... What's that place called again? Forêt de Hanatiel. And look for a harvesting spot. So, we'll do that right now. Alright, so we're here. Yes. We want to go downstream from here. Alright, so now, yes, so here we're on this area, so now we'll get this other waypoint that we haven't gotten yet, and there is one possible harvesting spot on the way, so it just works out fine. Might as well do a little extra work while we're here, wasting our time trying to find these harvesting points. Yeah, it's a pretty big beach. Alright, so right up here there's the first possible spot. Don't see anything. Oh, here's a spot. Looks like there's some Chigos around here. I'm not sure if they're going to be a problem. Probably, yeah, they are. Well, I hope we can do this with just one, Oh, no, that wasn't a problem at all. Okay, so here's finally found another harvesting spot. Keep harvesting. So there we are. We finally got the henna bloom leaf. Alright, let's just see what else we get just for the hell of it, since we're here. Locust Allutriator. Sprig of Hemlock. Okay, and that's it. Alright, so like I said, we're just going to go to the little camp nearby. Yeah, which is just north of here. Now this Chigo's a lot tougher for some reason. I'm not sure why that last one just died in like one hit. This one's all of a sudden really tough, but... Skin Sipper Chigo. Alright, do I even need to bring my noble chocobo into... Oh, no! Oh, God. I'm just gonna make a run for it. Alright, so here we go. Here's a new geomagnetic fount. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna take care of these, and then I guess we're gonna head back to Adeline after this. Now that we got our key item. Yeah, look at all these disgusting things. Gross. Alright, so here we are back in Western Adeline, and I think Svenja's door was right up here, wasn't it? Whoops. This one, yeah. That face. Now I remember. You came here earlier looking for Mistress Svenja, did you not? What an odd plant you have brought with you. What would you have me do with it? You mean it has curative properties that will help some poor young lad make a full recovery? These are the very words of our mistress herself. Then I shall see that she receives it right away. Your efforts to aid our order are greatly appreciated, and most certainly deserve proper remuneration. Othelius. Alright, we obtained a little more a little bailed, and an increase in our Adeline fame. Now we're gonna look for someone named Westerly Breeze. Alright, so we're looking for someone named... It's this person right here, I think. Westerly Breeze. Not sure if we talked to him last time we were here, but let's talk to him now. They like to run you ragged at the waterfront warehouse. How am I supposed to work when they won't let me eat? I'm so hungry, but I'm sick of Adulinian food. It tastes like Acuex toxin. I deserve something from the Middlelands for all my hard work. Aha! I remember some guy who came back from the Middlelands was talking about a bowl of wisdom soup. That's what I want. Can you get it for me? If I can eat it now, before it's widely imported, I can say I liked it before it was popular. And you disappeared. Huh? You disappeared. I didn't edit that, folks. That just happened. He just disappeared. Oh, is that him? He beamed over here. I guess. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, so. Oh, wow. He moved. That's strange. Okay, but anyway. I got a bowl of wisdom soup from the auction house earlier today. Here it is. Come back here. Give it to him. Yes! You got a bowl of wisdom soup for me. After all this time, I finally have a bowl of wisdom soup. Sniff, sniff. What a delightful smell. I can already imagine a matronly figure in an apron slaving over a hot batch of it while the warm Quan sun shines through the window. This is the tastiest thing that's ever passed my lips. The flavor's so simple, but it also has a mellow backing. All my anger has completely disappeared. I love my job. This single bowl of soup has given me a zest for life. It's even made me nostalgic for Adelinian food. Speaking of which, if you want a good old Boken restaurant, head out of Plateau Triumphus towards Big Bridge. I heartily recommend it. Alright, so there we are. Another little increase to our Adeline fame. I'm not sure if you can repeat that one or not, but... What does he say now? There's a good reason Velk are known as the Eventide Savages. They've been trying to razz our sacred city for as long as I remember. I don't care what that old tome in the library says. This is our city now, and the Velk can't have it back. And he beams away again. Strange how it's the only character that seems to do that in the game that I've come across. Weird. Alright, so outside, I think this is the Mummers, coalition, yes. I'm going to talk to Pagnell here. For a cutscene. On behalf of the Mummers Coalition, I welcome you to Adalin. Unlike the other coalitions, our support of the Pioneers is rather indirect. We provide all manner of recreational and relaxation services to help you get back into the field, well rested and ready for action. One of our more popular events is the raptor fights that occur periodically in the Water Garden Coliseum, located in Rala Waterlays. Well, as long as you're here, you might as well let me give you a brief description of them. I don't need to tell you that raptor fights are one-on-one competitions between two raptors. Predictably, the raptor that successfully makes its way through the brackets to the end is declared the champion. Recently, everyone's eye has been on vicious Vorahal. His spinning kick has carried him to near limitless victories in the arena, and many a maiden has thrown her handkerchief into the ring in support. Still, a good deal root for another competitor, Tenacious Tyrod, as a bit of a guilty pleasure. He's an underdog, to be sure, having no trophies to his name, but his never-say-die attitude has won the hearts of his supporters. I'll bet you're just itching to catch a glimpse of the excitement, aren't you? Well, you'll be able to scratch that itch soon enough, for another bout is scheduled in the not-too-distant future. Just don't scream yourself hoarse rooting for one that catches your eye. There won't be any need to worry about that. The Raptor tournament is going to be cancelled. But aren't you from the Peacekeepers Coalition? On what grounds would you shut it down? One of your Raptors went on a bit of a rampage. Call down Maester Flaviria immediately. A rampage? What sort of lunacy is this? Wesley, there you are. Where on Vanadil were you wandering around this whole time? Maester Flaviria. Impeccable timing, as always. There is a matter I wish to discuss. Oh? What could the Peacekeepers Coalition want with me? And at such a busy time? We're all running around like chocobos with our heads cut off, preparing for the upcoming fights. Maester, he says that one of our raptors has caused a bit of an incident. Incident? What's this now? One of your raptors broke out of its stable and put some civilians in extreme danger. We managed to find it before it caused any real damage, but if we had been even a moment later, I find such brazen accusations rather hard to swallow. With Wesley there watching him the whole time. I turned my head away just for an instant, and before I knew it, preposterous! In my opinion, the system for monitoring those creatures is wholly insufficient. It's only a matter of time before another one escapes, and next time we may not be so lucky. The Peacekeepers Coalition sees no easy way to resolve this issue. Accordingly, we would like to ask for your cooperation in discussing this matter. Please accompany me back to our headquarters so that my superiors may consult with you directly. Fine. As for the two of you, just keep this between us. I don't want things to exacerbate an already tense situation. I can't believe it. It is all my responsibility. If I had been more careful. Wesley, which one broke out? It was Vorahal. What? Vorahal may be the fiercest gladiator ever to grace our raptor fights, but never once have I heard of him harming a soul outside the ring. but we have no reason to doubt that the Peacekeeper's representative was telling us the truth. They also say the victim was a man in the residential district named Ilni. Then I'll go and ask him to tell his story. But the Maester just told us to keep quiet and mind our own business. We've got to do something. Excuse me, sir. Forgive me for going above my station, but something doesn't sit right. There's no way that Vorahal would assault an innocent person. You see, Vorahal once saved her in her moment of need, when she was under attack by the creatures of the forest. That's what brought Vorahal to the Mummers Coalition. I just know there has to be some misunderstanding. Please, I beg of you, go to Ilni and listen to his story. Might as well. Thank you so much. I probably should have asked this first, but what is your name? Thank you again, Oko. I'll be waiting here for your report. Alright, so we are going to be invisible. There we are. We want to talk now to someone named Gontrain, who's an elf. There he is. I'm not sure why we're going to talk to him when she told us to talk to someone named Ilni, but the online guide says talk to Gontrain, so let's just do that quickly. Here he is right here by the residential section. Headed to the residential area, then you'll want to take that road over there. Who's there? What's this? You want to hear how that fiendish raptor tried to tear me limb from limb? I'm still in such shock that I can barely form a coherent thought, but if you insist... Haven't seen you around these parts. You one of those adventurers? Suppose that's not important. You came to hear about the tragedy that has befallen me. I'll get straight to the point, fresh wounds and all. It was an ordinary morning, and I was heading off to market as usual. On my way home, I saw it right when I entered the residential district. Well, I was downright shocked. Who wouldn't be? I tried to run, but my legs turned to jelly once it bared its cleaver-sized fangs at me. Before I could call out for help, it jumped at me, and, well, you can see for yourself what state I'm in. Come on. How dense would you have to be to think that training monsters to fight for entertainment was a good idea? The Mummers Coalition? What a bunch of fools. They say they want people to have fun, but that don't give them free rein to do whatever they want. Ugh, my back. It's like a dagger's cutting down my spine. Gotta lie down for a bit. Is that all you needed to know? Then you can show yourself out. Pardon me, are you a friend of Ilni's? I was a little concerned because I haven't seen him about recently. You say that he ran into a bit of trouble with one of the Mummers Coalition's raptors? That would explain it. I love going to watch those fights. A bit scary, but oh, so thrilling. I had figured he took ill. He had been walking around town with a bunch of rockberries after all. What's rockberries? Pretty much what their name implies, berries as hard as rock. Doesn't matter how healthy your teeth or how strong your jaw, they aren't fit for people to consume. With all those rockberries, he must have gotten an upset stomach, at least that's what I assume. Well, forgive my intrusion. I'll let you get back to your business. Alright, so now we will head back and talk to Pagnell again at the Mummers. You went to Ilni's house for me? I knew I could trust you. How was he? I see. If his wounds are that severe, then I guess it was Vorahal after all. Rockberries? One of his neighbors said he was carrying rockberries with him? Raptors just love rockberries. We keep a supply in the stable for them. They aren't particularly healthy for the raptors, though, so we save them as treats, much like you and I would eat cake. Cake. But what would Ilni want with rockberries? Is Wesley there? And what brings you back here? The Peacekeepers Coalition held a meeting to come up with a solution to this most difficult problem. You are to turn over every last raptor to us. What kind of solution is that? I'm sure I don't have to spell it out. There's no way our Maester would permit such an extreme measure. Maester Flaviria has given her consent. She's currently with the raptor in question. No way. Wesley, take me to the stables. I beg you to reconsider. Everything is a result of my own personal error. I promise to take full responsibility. Just please leave them alone. Nothing will change with mere admissions of guilt. I suppose there's nothing else we can do. Pegnail. I will hand the raptors over to you. Before you take them, though, I would like to feed them with some rockberries as a last meal. Will you indulge me? Fine. Wesley, go. Of course. Pegnail, have you brought the rockberries? Well, I don't have any rockberries. Not a one. But you just had some the other day. I did, but now no matter where I look, I cannot find them. You can't even keep track of your beast's food? Ugh, no wonder he was out for blood. Wait, I'll go get some rockberries right now. Please, don't take the raptors until then. You make it sound like you can buy them from some little old lady's vegetable stand. But pioneers do tell tales of finding rockberries in the nearby woods. You can't possibly think that you can make it there on your own. I guess not. Well, you're still a young one who wants to say your goodbyes. I remember when I lost my own pet at a tender young age. I suppose there's no hurry to provide a solution to this problem. I'll be back. Please, Oko, I have one more favor to ask of you. I know in my heart of hearts that those poor creatures have done nothing wrong, and yet the Peacekeepers Coalition wants to take them away. It's not just wrong, it's cruel. But if this is how it has to be, then I want to at least give the rockberries to send them off. That way, there'll be some joy in our parting. Will you help me by going to gather some? They grow in the forests outside of Adeline proper. I realize time is of the essence, but I'd like to give one to each of our raptors, so a total of 3 should be sufficient. I know full well this is a task I should be doing myself, but eastern Olbuka is quite hazardous, and I am unable to fend for myself. I beg of you, find some rockberries for the poor raptors. Alright, so let's do that. Let's go get some rockberries by harvesting them in the Yas hunting grounds, I think. Or it looks like we can do it anywhere. We can do it in the Yas hunting grounds, the Sizek battlegrounds, or the Foray de Hanatiel. Alright, so there's 1 rockberry. There's 2. Yeah, I had to come to the Yas hunting grounds. I couldn't find any harvesting spots in the Sizek battlegrounds. I'm just gonna keep doing this. I don't want to fight these guys. We only need 1 more. Come on, stop breaking sickles. Okay, so there it is, finally. Jeez. That was way more difficult than it should have been. I'm really annoyed at this. Really annoyed at this quest. And how much time this is wasted. Anyway, let's just head back and turn these in, I guess, for these stupid raptors. Alright, so let's give the rock berries over to Pagnell. You've brought me some rock berries. It's a miracle. Quick, to the stables. Oh, thank you, kind sir. I've been waiting for your return. If you would, help me feed them the rock berries. The raptor joyously munches on the rock berries. Well, that's odd. What is? Tirad isn't taking so much as a nibble. Do you suppose he's full? Wait, it looks like there's something on the side of his mouth. A rockberry? Could it be that Tirad ate all the rockberries? You mean Tirad broke out of his pen too? But then wouldn't the shelves be knocked over and everything in disarray? You have a point. Then how? What? Ilni? Oh, that's right. Ilni had some rockberries on him. You think Ilni broke into the stables and fed rockberries to Tirad? But what could he possibly hope to accomplish? Got some rockberries, I see. Better than chomping into some citizen, at least. Unfortunately for you, though, I'll be taking them away now. Wesley, come take them to the Peacekeepers Coalition with me. As you wish. Sniff, sniff, sob. There, Pagnell. No need to bawl like a newborn. But, my maester, why maester? Why'd you agree to let them go? Oh, that? It's simple. I needed an excuse to go see Vorahal. I had to see for sure if the raptor they captured was really him. You really think Vorahal would get captured so easily? Like a mouse in a trap? An excuse to meet with them? You'd sacrifice innocent raptors just for that? You've been under my employ for years now, and should know that I would never permit them to leave so easily. But Wesley just took them all away. Tisk tisk. And I needed a reliable witness, too. Well, this is the problem. The Peacekeepers Coalition, without a doubt, got their talons on our dear Vorahal. It is unfathomable that they could do this without aid, however. No, they obviously had the help of someone familiar with raptors. That's why I went to see them. You have to ensnare them in their own trap. There it is, the raptor went that way. Aha! It escaped to the Rala waterways. Come on, men, follow me! Well, Oko, I suggest you head for the waterways as well. Why? You have done us a great service so far, and witnessing the fruits of your labor will doubtlessly provide you with a sense of vindication. Oh, come now. Don't give me that look. Really, if I go, the co-conspirator will never emerge from the shadows. The Peacekeepers Coalition has an outpost stationed down there. If you stay just out of sight, the fun will come right to you. Alright, so let's head to the Rala waterways. Did you manage to catch the raptors yet? I caught a glimpse of one over there, but it vanished before I could subdue it. You too? You wouldn't think something so large could be so nimble. How could that guy manage to catch one? Using a trap, of course. Who's there? What are you doing with the raptor? They're meant to be taken care of. Who do you think it is? Ilni, I told you to lay low. What do you expect me to do, seeing you bumbling around? As soon as it's captured, I'm out of here. A simple matter, really. I used the rock berries to lure them in, and they were like putty in my hands. The raptor you captured earlier, he let himself get caught to protect this one. It almost moved me to tears. So that's how you did it. Have a look. If I give this one a few good whacks, the other one will come rushing in to protect him. What did I tell you? Aren't you the guy who came to my house before? You appear to have recovered splendidly from your wounds, Ilni. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling mummers. Caught in the act, indeed. When I went to go see Vorahal, I tinkered with his cage. You tricked us. You never had any intention of cooperating, did you? What goes around comes around. You put on such a stellar performance that I should invite you to join with the mummers. As if I'd ever join your useless coalition. It's only fit for pranksters and miscreants. Miscreants, you say? The way I see it, the only miscreant here are the ones who brought some trumped-up charges against innocent raptors. I was just... What's going on here? Maester Gratzig. Look who descends from the heavens just when his lackeys need him most. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this raptor incident, would you, Gratzig? I was just looking into it myself. Something is clearly amiss. Amiss indeed. The raptors breaking free, attacking innocents. Evidently, your people were involved in the sham of an operation. What's the meaning of this? Maester, forgive. How dare you spew such lies? Flaviria, please accept my apologies on behalf of our coalition. My subordinates acted without my consent. Accept your apologies? Well, that depends. I'm sure the Scouts Coalition would love to get wind of such a farcical scheme. Drawing attention to this incident won't do any good for either of us. My point is that something like this will never happen again. You know I'll be true to my word because I need to save face as a coalition leader. Well, I suppose I can forgive you. You have my gratitude, Maester. I'll return the captured raptors to you immediately. Come. Well, well, those foot soldiers aren't the only ones capable of putting on a good show. Didn't you notice it? Gratzig's words may have been pretty, but I know better. He'll do whatever it takes to stop pioneers from exploring the lands. And that man named Ilni, I'm almost certain he reports to the Albucan wardens. Have you never heard of him? They are staunchly opposed to what we are doing in Albuca. It does not surprise me in the least that they would be in a league with the peacekeepers. But enough political lessons for today. We have got fights to plan. Would you mind going back to Pegnell and telling her the raptors are safe and accounted for? You've seen for yourself what a worrywart she is. She'll be waiting for good news. Alright, so we'll go and do exactly that. Oh, sorry, Oko, I didn't see you there. I still can't get over the shock that they're gone. They're really gone. As if losing 3 close friends wasn't punishment enough, their departure spells the ruination of our coalition. What? This whole time was just a plot fabricated by the Peacekeepers Coalition? Then you mean to say... Stay your heart, Pegnell. They're all okay, even Vorahal. Oh, bless Altana. Now listen, you two. We've got some work to do. If the next fights are going to be a success. Right. I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to see the crowds roar for our raptor's friends ever again. Our lives would have been turned upside down if not for you, Oko. This is merely a token of my appreciation for all you've done, but please, I want you to have it. Remember that all fights take place in the Rala Waterways, Water Garden Coliseum. I hope to see you there sometime, Oko. Alright, we got a little bit of build and an increase in our Adeline fame. And yeah, if we want to go to the waterways, we can, and we can actually watch those raptors fight, I believe. Alright, so we're going to enter the Inventors Coalition now. And we're looking for a door. Looks like it's right back here. This should be, yes, Amchuchu's laboratory. Let's check this out. What's taking them so longy wong? Well, a visitoroo. On behalf of the Inventors Coalition, welcome. Our coalition's bestaroo minds are always at work to make life in Adeline more fulfilling and convenient. Poignantarooly wonderful. Just like our motto. Bringing our ingenuity to your frontaroo door. You betcha, research and development are our bread and butter. And with the explanation out of the way, let's get down to the self-instruction wuction. I'm Amchuchu, and, well, I keep this place running. Oh, of course. One of those adventuroos from the Middlelands, right? And your name is Oko? Oko, got it. So, Oko, you're from the same place as our little whittle Junior. No, you aren't? Well, Junior is a researcher, not an adventurer. So I must have my wires crossed. Toho. Now, it all falls into place. But honestly, if you're from the Middlelands, then you mustaroo have heard of him. Who? The talented technologisteroo Sid. Junior is his son. That's why we gave him the epithetero Junior. His really real name is Midras. But doesn't it sound wrong to call him Mid? That's why we decided to use a different, delightfully silly name. As long as we're talking about him, Junior and I are researching methods of increasing yields of vegetables and other crops. We need highly potentaroo fertilizer to do this, so I sent him to gather some materials. The technological guide he brought-aroo from the Middlelands has sure come in handy, something about a special rock or mineral or what have you. So I sent him off to the Sea Gates to see what aroo he can unearth. But he hasn't come backy-whack yet. I wonder what he could be doing. Yet I can't just up and leave the coalition. Things would fall apart quicker than one of the Courier's coalition's rickety cartaroos. Oh, hey, if you've got some free time, would you mind taking a quickie-wick stop over there and checking up on Junior? I'm up for an adventure. For real? Wow, you're a lifesaver waiver. The Sea Gates are cavernous connectarood to the Sea Gates are caverns connectarood to the Sizik battlegrounds. Just come back safe. Junior has a good head on his shoulders, but the Sea Gates are no place to get careless wearless. Alright, so let's do what he asked and head towards the Sea Gates. Alright, so here we are in the Sea Gates. We're getting sort of close to where we want to be. We want to head towards K8. There's quite a few people around here working on different things, it looks like. So I think we're going the right way. We're at J8, so if we just keep going this way, we should get to K8. It's probably in this dead end right up ahead here. Harvesting point. Yeah, that's probably good experience fighting these monsters. Alright, so... Oh, there's a question mark spot. So here we go. So here's a little question mark spot. Yeah, so there we are. Alright, so... let's get the question mark spot here. This outcropping is the perfect spot to begin. To think that this technopedia my damned father gave me when I was 10 would actually prove of use. Unfathomable. Normal kids get toys or sweets for their birthdays. Not me. But here I am now, all because of this little book. Gah. For the love of... You gave me a good scare. Midris? How should we address him? I'll say Midris. Who are you? And how do you know my name? Further, what are you doing all the way out here? Who are you exactly? An adventurer from the Middlelands. That must make you a pioneer. You must have gotten here by the waypoints then. Pshaw. Not all of us took the easy way, you know. When I first came here, I had to take a ship across the tumultuous sea of Zafmalug. Now just about anyone can make the journey. No seasickness, no lack of food, no worry about being capsized by some deep-sea denizen. You should count your blessings. I suppose you didn't come here to be lectured. However, while we're on the topic, those waypoints you use were developed right here in Adeline by the Inventors Coalition. The wonders they come up with day by day never cease to amaze me. I know making the trip here was the right decision, difficult though it was, after seeing all they do. I've learned more here in a week than I could in Juneau in years. Is that so? Amchuchu herself. She's always worried about how I'm holding up. Sorry that you came all this way, but no matter how much I want to go back, I can't yet. Things are more difficult than I anticipated. Aha! That gives me an idea. Being an adventurer means you can use the waypoints, can't you? Isn't that right, Mr... What was your name again? Ah, yes, Oko. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Midris. Charmed, I'm sure. Now then, if Amchuchu is waiting, then I can't really dilly-dally here any longer. Oko, I know we've just met, but I need you to do something for me. Go to Bastok and get a certain concoction from an inventor named Sid. I shouldn't talk about him like some stranger, because he is my father, after all. Oh, Amchuchu already told you that? I'm sure you must know all about me by now. I'd give my life savings to have her keep her trap shut. Anyway, I need that concoction from Pops to prepare my own explosive compound. I ran out, you see. It's my own fault for not properly checking my supplies. What I need you to get is a bit on the rare side, and it would take days to find some here in Adeline. But Pops has some in his workshop. Of that I can be sure. I know you'll help me out with this. Promise to go to Bastok, yes. I knew I could count on you. The compound names are a bit technical, so here, take this list so you don't have to remember it all. Give it to my old man, would you kindly? Thanks a bunch, Oko. Alright, so let's do exactly that. We will head to Bastok. Oh, is this it? Yeah, it was right here. So here we are back at the Metalworks, and this is where Sid's laboratory is. So here he is. Let's talk to him. Let him know we talked to his son. Yeah? What do you want? I'm a little busy right now. Of course I'm Sid. Who's asking? You certainly don't look like the one of the adventurers I sent out on a mission. Oh, a memo for me? We hand over the memo from Midris. It's from Midris, of course, Junior. Let me get a look at that. What's that fool prating on about now? Always a bit big for his britches. Hey, Rainbat, bring me some of that 28-4. Idiot. Lucky for him, we have the waypoints now, or he'd be completely up the creek. It was explosive powder you needed, yes? Sorry that my son made you come do his dirty work for him. Speaking of which, if he sent you here, that means you came all the way from Adeline. At least you didn't have to travel by boat. Those waypoints are innovation I can get behind. It's almost fearsome how much more advanced Adeline is. I got a lot left to learn. Raybat, I've told you 1,000 times, if you brought the thing, don't just stand there, say something. I brought the thing. You never change, do you? Anyway, back to Junior. Here, this is what he's looking for. Oh, before I forget, how is the boy, anyway? He say anything? Chief, if you are concerned for the boy's well-being, you should just say so. Quiet, you. Stop bullying. Stop butting in and get back to work. Yes, sir. You say he's keeping himself busy, helping Amchuchu with her crop research, eh? That's good to hear. Energy and persistence conquer all things. Huh? Do I have any message for him? He seems to be doing well enough for himself. Words of encouragement from his old man would probably just embarrass him. Come to think of it, if you run across Amchuchu, tell her thanks for looking after my boy. Well, don't let me keep you any longer. Junior's waiting. Alright, so let's do exactly that. Let's just head right back to where we were. And travel back to the sea gates through the battlegrounds. Okay, so we're back in the appropriate spot here in the sea gates. We'll click on the spot here again now that we have the catalyst from Sid. How would you address him? Well, we did Midras last time. Should we do Junior now? No, I'll keep it the same. Well, look who the Mithra dragged in. Hand over Sid's catalyst. Oh, you actually did it. Color me impressed. Now to just do a little fiddling around. Excellent. This should serve perfectly. What are you scared? What are you, scared? Get back over here. Marvelous. Not all explosives are about making things burst into flames. Sometimes a more delicate approach is required, but I suppose I can't fault an amateur such as yourself for not knowing. You see, even though the explosion was rather tame, it helped me excavate exactly what I need. It's called a chemical reaction. The substance is the future, Oko. Accept it, or be left in the dust. But I'll leave the lessons for when you've become a bit more refined. Damn, I forgot Amchuchu was waiting for me. Oko, there's one more task I have for you. Bring this back to the Inventors Coalition for me. I've got a bit more preparation to do here. Is it? Omega, give me your report. This is Omega. I have successfully found employ at the Inventors Coalition in Adeline, and am currently working to gather information about their unique technologies. I am also in the process of collecting intel about the other coalitions, groups, and organizations in the nation. I will submit a full briefing once I have more to share. However, I have run into difficulties finding reliable sources regarding those runic technologies and the underlying structure behind geomancy. Understood. Don't concern yourself with the latter. Many other agents are already in place. Proceed with your current mission. We await further details. And there's a spy watching and listening. Isn't that Midris, Amchuchu's little lackey? Hector. And isn't he also the technician dispatched from the Middlelands? Omega. This whole deal sounds very secretive, and Gratzig doesn't like secrets. I must return to headquarters and appraise him of the situation. Alright, a little more story unfurls, but we get a chunk of milky white minerals. So let's return to the Inventors Coalition and give that to Amchuchu. Alright, so here we are back at the Inventors Coalition. Let's click on Amchuchu's door and let him know we have his white mineral. You made it back. Well, how is he? You hand over the chunk of milky white minerals. This is that rocky walk we are looking for. Fantastic. You met Aru with Sid, too? I see. Well, if that's how things are, Junior will stay behind and continue his analysis. I take he wake it. All that's left to Rue is for me to analyze the lovely sample you've brought back. Oh, goodness, I've completely forgotten to express Wes my appreciation. Here, for you. I'm sure there'll be much more you can do for me later on, but we'll leave that for another weather day. Alright, we get some Rarab tales, which I wasn't expecting, and 2,000 bailed, and an increase to our Adeline fame, no doubt. Alright, we should probably check up on our fame and see how we're doing. I really want to be at least fame level 5 in order to proceed with the stories. So I'm going to go down to the Rala Waterways just to get a cutscene for the Raptor mission we already did. So we'd have to cut this and put it earlier if we want to show it. I don't know if I want to show it or not, but I'm just going to get the cutscene. Okay, so we're just here in the Rala Waterways that we come. This is near the entrance to the Eastern Adeline entrance. So we'll just come here and we'll just talk to Yega Dalashi, who guards the what's this thing called again? The Water Garden Coliseum. If we talk to her now, we should get a little cutscene with the Raptors. The renowned Water Garden Coliseum fights are currently in session. Care to view? I'm chomping at the bit. Let me show you in. We're going to have one hell of a time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mummers Coalition is proud to present to you the famous, the one and only, Raptor Fights. Our first bout today features two of our most imposing specimens. In the right corner, with a body hard as mithril, it's fearless Fizmar. And in the left corner, the indomitable Scourge of Albuka, tenacious Tyrod. Only the victor will be eligible to move on to the next round, folks, which will light the flames of conquest, which will dive into the depths of obscurity. Let the battle commence. And now, our final event of the day. You know him, you love him, and above all, you fear him, the undisputable champion of the ring, Vicious Vorahal. Who among us could fathom that Tyrid would survive to face Vorahal in the arena? Will he be able to claim the crown for the first time in his career? Or will he fall, like so many before him? The decisive bout is about to get underway, folks. And here they go! Here comes Tyrid, preparing to make his first move. But there's Vorahal with the dodge. And here comes the returning blow, a body slam right to the torso. But Tyrid seems unfazed. Tyrid prepares for another advance, and he's a bit dazed, perhaps thrown off balance from Vorahal's assault. Vorahal, sensing an opportunity, comes back with a 360-degree revolving attack. Tyrid staves it off with his tail. Could this be any more dramatic, folks? Wait, Vorahal is preparing for, could it be, his famed special attack? There it is, the famous raking tornado right to the head. And we have a winner. Vicious Vorahal successfully defends his crown. But Tenacious Tyrid put on quite the impressive performance. Come on, everyone. Let's give our competitors a huge round of applause. Alright, so there we are, just a little cutscene involving the raptors. It's optional. Didn't have to view that if you don't want to. Okay, so now that we've been doing we've finished about at least five or six quests. It should have brought our fame up a little bit. Let's just talk to Iva Halom and see what she currently has to say about how famous we are around here right now. Your name's making the rounds in Adalin. I hear it is on the lips of passers-by rather often. And that means that we are on fame rank level 5, which is where we want to be. So that's perfect. So now we'll be able to start the next episode talking to Level at the Pioneers Coalition. I think that's what his name was, so that sets everything up perfectly for the next episode. So, that's going to be everything for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking below. I'm Oko, and I'll see you guys all on our next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye for now.